So Amazon Vine is this like secretive invitation only program that helps product sellers get reviews for their products by offering those products to people who will write reviews for free. And 30 days ago, I was invited to be an Amazon Vine voice, and I decided to try it out for a month so that I could give you a peek behind the curtain. And yeah, admittedly, I was also a little curious. So like, is free really free? Is it too good to be true? Let's talk about my 30 days climbing the Amazon Vine. So it's not altogether clear to me how Amazon chooses who is and isn't invited into the Vine program. I have a long purchasing history with Amazon, mixed experiences, probably like most of you, and I try to share those experiences in faithful reviews to help people with their shopping experiences. So maybe that factors into it. I'm also an Amazon associate, and that certainly made the sign-up process easier because they were just able to import all of my Amazon associate tax information. An Amazon associate is someone who makes money from commission from links that I provide to help people shop on Amazon. And so last month I got the message, you, Matt Ramsey, are invited to be an Amazon voice to participate in the Amazon Vine program. We'll send you free stuff. You just review it and keep it. Kinda. So I'm an enterprising and adventurous person, and already I'm thinking this could be profitable or it could be a nightmare, but it's pretty low risk to entry. Let's try it out. So my first experience as an Amazon voice is being greeted with a page that's supposed to tell me merchandise that I can order for free. And there's like 8 things on there. So I see that it's trying to provide recommendations that are tailored for me, but I haven't been participating in the program, so presumably this list will become more tailored for me and there will be more options to choose from as I further in the program. So then I move over to a tab that's called For Everyone. And that then populates with a list of, I don't know, half a dozen items? And they're pretty weird. At this point, I'm like, oh, I see this is not a very robust program. Maybe I don't want to participate. But then there's a tab beside that called Additional Items. And if you click that, then you see the full catalog of like 75,000 things that you can order off the Amazon Vine. So I'm scrolling through these items, and some of them are interesting and a lot of them are kind of odd. We'll talk about how odd maybe even like the majority of the Amazon Vine selection is. And that's when it pops back into my mind, oh yeah, Amazon is going to report this as taxable income at full market value. So I can't just order anything off this list willy-nilly. It really only makes sense to order things that I was already going to buy, right? So this program is a good deal, assuming I'm going to pay 25% income tax on this stuff that I order, right? It's a good deal to get something that I was already going to go get at Walmart for, 75% off, but it's not a good deal to order something that I wasn't already going to buy, right? Because then I'm basically paying. Here's an example. This is something I ordered this week. It's vinyl repair tape, right? Assuming I was going to go buy this at Walmart for $10, that's what Amazon lists it for. I get it for $2.50 off the Amazon Vine. Great. If I wasn't already going to buy this, then I'm paying $2.50 to have this sit in my garage. So that's not a good deal. And that is sort of the mindset that a person has to take when shopping the Amazon Vine. What here is available for me to get for free or to get at 75% off that I was already going to buy. And that limits the utility of this list of selections dramatically. So the selections on Amazon Vine, I'll dive deeper into that. That's probably one of my biggest, if not my biggest complaint about the program. But I will say that the program is set up in tiers. So you are inducted as a silver tier member. And then if you meet all these requirements, which I don't even remember what they are, I'll put them on the screen here. If you meet all of these requirements within a certain period of time and after a certain evaluation period, then you can get into a gold tier where you can get supposedly access to higher quality merchandise and you can order it at a higher volume. So members are inducted into the silver tier and they only see merchandise that's under $100 in value. They can only order 3 items per day of that merchandise. And so that first time I logged in, I was seeing like a lot of low quality merchandise. Of course, I expected that. That is standard fare for Amazon or just shopping in 2024. But the list was also heavily populated with like really obscure and special purchase merchandise. Like the kind of thing that I could see why a seller would need reviews for. So for example, like parts for a certain model car, or one of the first things that I was able to order was printer ink for my printer, right? But a person needs to have that particular printer to order that particular printer ink. So this is like a strange gamble that Amazon is playing with the merchandise, that someone, because they're taking money from these sellers to get reviews, and they're hoping that someone on the Amazon Vine has the correct equipment or skills or whatever necessary to provide a review for that product. But it was just all the more frustrating for me because it was lots of scrolling through the inventory to see what was available to find something that I was even able to review, and let alone something that I already needed to buy. So I'll come back to this tape here as an example. This tape would have cost me $10. I'm going to pay $2.50 on tax for it, with some other hidden costs that I might not have considered, and we'll definitely talk about that. But let's say I'm going to have $5 tied up in this roll of tape. That means that potentially in money that I would have spent at another retailer to buy this at full retail price, I stand to gain $5 for reviewing this roll of tape. And that means that if I want to make $15 an hour, then I've got to, from the whole process of scrolling through all the stuff on the Vine, selecting this item and then having it ordered, shipped, unpacking it, using it in some way that would be helpful to writing a review, photographing it and writing the review, right? I've got to do that for 3 different times, right, in an hour to make $15 an hour. I've got to be able to do the whole process in 20 minutes. And that's part of the reason I can't wait to get out of this program. But let's talk about some of those other hidden costs. First off, you might be ordering merchandise thinking that you're just going to, I don't know, sell it on the Facebook Marketplace or something and make some kind of quick turnaround, but you're not, because there's a stipulation that for 6 months you cannot gift or resell the merchandise that you order. So long game, eventually, maybe, yeah. But essentially for the first 6 months, you don't own the merchandise, Amazon does, and you're warehousing it for them in your house at your expense. The second unanticipated cost that I can think of, and we touched on this a little bit, is the time, right? It's not just the time to try to find a way to use the product and take the photos and write the reviews. It's lately gotten to where I've ordered so much stuff that I already need off the Amazon Vine that finding one thing to order can sometimes take me up to 30 minutes per day just to find one thing to order that wasn't something that I wouldn't have ordinarily bought. And another thing that I might not have considered in writing my reviews, taking photos, videos, they love videos, right? And they praise you every time you make a review with a video. This is how much storage I'm using to write 1 month of reviews. So how many reviews is that? So per my plan, you know, I can order 3 items per day, and in my first 30 days, I would have successfully and easily reviewed and ordered 90 items, but after 30 days, I've reviewed this many items because it's so cumbersome to find relevant items to order. And that means that while I was expecting to be like 90% of the way on my progress to achieving the gold level membership, my actual progress is this. And that's also not entirely within my control, because one of the requirements is reviewing a certain percentage of the merchandise that I've ordered. And even though I reviewed every single applicable item, some of the items disappear, some of the items don't get delivered. By disappear, I mean like they literally just vanish off the Vine, right? And all that is counting against my percentage. And the percentage requirement is like 80 or 90%. It's really, really high. But I think that what's really dissuaded me from sticking with the program and just trying to achieve the gold level membership just to see what's available is that you have to maintain those requirements, right? Once you have the ability to order a high volume of merchandise, you have to keep ordering that high volume of merchandise and writing reviews for that merchandise. So it's not like you can get into the gold program and you're there and you can use it when you need it. You have to keep using it. So I don't really see that being a profitable way to keep going. And this is coming from a guy who is going to spend 2 hours making this video to get maybe $50 in YouTube ad revenue, right? I'm not always chasing the big dollar. This is like too small for me even, right? So again, basically back to this tape, you know, this tape that we talked about, maybe making $5 for a review on, again, not in money, just in money that I would save. Is there nothing more productive that I can do with the couple hours that I would have invested into reviewing this? Right. For me, yeah, absolutely. There are probably like 100 more profitable or worthwhile things that I could be doing with that time. But this could be a fun thing for a retiree or, I don't know, a high schooler or something. And that brings me to probably the biggest unanticipated cost of this whole venture, which is this. I've been storing this at my expense. This is just the non-recyclable trash. You can imagine what I've been dealing with in cardboard boxes as well. And today I've got to put a trash sticker on this and go spend my own money to dispose of it. So Amazon Vine, is it for you? I don't know, but it's not for me. Enjoy, see you next time.